great toys like this and more, head over to Big Bad Toy Store. Click the link in the description below.
What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another office review, and today we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe Club Old Snake and Advanced B.A.T duo. Once again, shout out goes to my buddy Jason over at Open Your Toys podcast, who hooked me up with this because he is a member of the Collectors Club. And yeah, I got this sent pretty quick, and unfortunately these two bats are now my buddy Oscar's because we split the set, and I regret selling him both after getting them in person. Anyway, let's take a look at it back here real quick. If you want, you can pause here and read the Old Snake bio, and then there's the Bat bio here. So let me get these guys open and we'll take these look at these guys in closer detail. Alright, so I got these guys out of the package, and before we go on, I just want to note that the one on the left side of the screen here is transformed just as he came out of the package, and the right one is the proper way. It's not terribly transformed wrong, just that the wings of Laserbeak are supposed to be folded in. I don't know if they did that on purpose or something, in some kind of fiction or anything like that, but just wanted to point that out. I prefer the sleek look. So let's talk about what came in the box here. You get these two Energon cubes, which are okay. They do the job being Energon cubes, except that they got hollow bottoms. It would have been nice if there was something to fill it in, or it was, you know, a solid cube or something. But as it stands, yeah, I don't like that. And you can see that there's like tool marks on the plastic here. It's scraped up in a couple different areas. I mean, they're not bad, they get the job done, but they're not great either. You also get a gun for Old Snake here. I don't really know where this one came from. I can't tell you. It certainly doesn't ring a bell to me. And then you get a backpack, and again, I'm not really sure where the parts came from this time. Old Snake himself, let's take a look at him. He is your standard fare G.I. Joe. Is definitely a Cobra Commander head, and the hat has been glued on. There is no taking it off. I suspect that if you tried, I don't even know what the Cobra Commander head might look like underneath. I'm okay with it being solid like that. The body here, again, I'm not sure where it came from this time. It's not as obvious to me since there's more male characters. I think it's probably either the first G.I. Joe movie or the Retaliation Storm Shadow, mostly because we do have this angled plug-in, which looks like it's probably for the quiver for the bow and arrows. Anyway, he does have a molded gun holster here. Gun pouch. Sounds so educated on guns, right? The pistol he comes with does fit in there pretty nice. Does seem like it wants to stress the material down there, though, just because of the molding. The backpack here, I'm not entirely sure how they expect us to get this on, so we're going to try and we'll see what happens, but I don't really know. Yeah, I don't see how this is going to go on without breaking something. Almost. There we go. It's tough to get these little straps over everything. There we go. We got it on, and it's probably going to stay that way for my collection at this point, just because it's probably going to be difficult to take off, and it does hide that little indentation on his back. So yeah, I'll probably end up just leaving this one on for good. Don't like that it's twisted now, but I'll try to fix that later. Articulation, standard fare G.I. Joe. The head is on the ball joint. This one pops off really easily. You got your shoulder in and out, the elbow rotation. The hand is just pegged in, not very well, as you can see. You do have the ab rocker. As you come down to his legs, it's the typical G.I. Joe ball joint, but thanks to the trench coat, you really have no leg articulation. No side to side, very minimal in and out. The knee bends, but the coat gets in the way. So really all you have is the ankle tilt and the ankle swivel down here. I forgot to mention he does come with his base here. It says Old Snake on it, of course, and you can pretty much plug him into one of these holes here, just because I can't really extend his leg far enough to do the other. But I mean, he's good. He serves the purpose of Old Snake. All I really want him to do is sit on a shelf like this and look cool. So, mission accomplished, right? So shifting our focus to the bat here, he's obviously a prime Soundwave repaint, which means that you can pop the chest out and you can transform it to make your little laser beak if you so choose. I don't know if they call it laser beak in the instructions. In fact, nope, I don't mention it at all in there. So yeah, it's just another little drone that our drone can launch. Looking at his face, I just love how it turned out with the red. I think it looks really nice. It definitely invokes a bat to me with the black and yellow and the little touch of green and the red face. It would have been cool if they remolded Laserbeak somehow to kind of get that square, but I mean, I guess that's kind of asking a little bit too much here. Overall, very cool. Definitely reminds me of a bat. So articulation, you have the 360. You do have a little in and out there. You do have the ball jointed, I don't know, elbow region with the elbow swivel, and then the wrist swivel. I don't know. I'm not sure. His articulation is definitely weird because he is a giant honking robot here. Yeah. So talking articulation here, we do have the swivel at the shoulder, as well as the in and out. The ball jointed and swiveled, I guess, elbow with another swivel down here, and then would that be a wrist? I'm not really sure. Soundwave definitely has one of the weirder sets of articulation, but you know, you can find ways to pose him that it just works, and since it's a robot, who cares how many joints he has? Maybe it makes him have better access to, you know, whatever he wants. There is a waist swivel on here. I couldn't tell at first. It was a little bit stiff. Ball jointed leg, which is a little bit limited by the back of the thigh parts here. But if you get it out of the way, it's not too terrible. They could have cut the ball joint better so it could go there out a little bit more. You do have a knee with the knee pad on its own little swivel, and then of course the foot swivel. So let's get this bat transformed into its vehicle mode. Pardon me if I'm a little forgetful. I haven't done a prime Soundwave for a while. We start with the backpack here, fold this up and fold this closed just like so. Then we come to the legs here and fold the little yellow bits on in. Fold the front of the drone down and the heel spur in, and then we want to make sure that these guys are lined up properly, because we'll peg these in together. And this is the one thing that I think was the most affected by the reuse of the mold. It doesn't feel as tight, but it's been a while since I've messed with the prime Soundwave, so perhaps this is all loose on that too. I just can't remember. So peg that all in and kind of bring it on down just like that so it fits in that slot. Yeah, see, it kind of opens up on me here. Anyway, once we've got that, we disconnect the arms here, bring them on down, close this on up like that, and then clip it into the side here. So pull it down, complete the wing, peg it into the side just like that. Again, this is loose. Take this, bring it on over, and it pegs into that part on each side here. And from this point, you could leave it like this if you like the really big wing drone, but the instructions do tell you to fold these on in just like so. And there we go. We've got a bat drone, and you know what? it still reminds me of a bat. I mean, it's so well done and such a well thought out piece that yeah, I can't fault them for that. That really looks like, you know, a bat as a drone jet. So, pretty cool. So final thoughts overall, it's a pretty good set. The bats look amazing. Old Snake looks, you know, just like the character is supposed to. Articulation kind of stinks on him, but what can you do? These Energon cubes are terrible, but the bats are absolutely beautiful, and Old Snake's not too bad either. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know in the comments if you think that this was worth the like $90 the whole set entails to get it from the club plus shipping. I do feel that that might be a little bit pricey on this set, considering the reuse of the mold and stuff, but I mean, it's beautiful, and as a limited release, I don't think it's terrible. So, this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.